Welcome back to the Against All Odds, the Less Than 1% Chance podcast with your host, Maria Aponte, where we will hear stories of incredible people thriving against all odds. And my hope is that we can all see how life is always happening for us, even when we are the less than 1% chance. Hey, welcome back to Against All Odds, the Less Than 1% Chance podcast with your host, Maria Aponte. I hope you are doing fantastic. Okay. Celebrate with me for a second. This is episode 25. I have officially done 25 episodes. I cannot believe it. I feel this overwhelming feeling of immense gratitude and excitement and girl, you did it kind of feeling. I don't know if you've ever felt that way, but it's just, I feel so proud because there's just so many people that start things, I being one of them, that just don't follow through. And this has been such a passion project. It has been something that I've wanted to do for 4 years. And here I am, 4 years later. I've been consistently posting a podcast, one episode a week for 25 weeks. Oh my gosh, that's just insane and awesome. And I hope that you've enjoyed your time here and that you continue to enjoy, that you continue to hear the amazing people that I bring on, the stories, the experiences that I'm going through, because this isn't just about big, huge stories, which we have those as well, but these are about the everyday things that we go through that are tough and that are things that we need to overcome on our everyday basis. And the fact that we either speak to others or even if I can come in with a little bit of nuggets as to what I've done to be able to push past a certain situation or whatever, if I can help with that just a little bit, I think that I feel like I've done my part, and it just feels purposeful and it feels exciting, and I'm just so incredibly honored and really, like, my heart is bursting with so much gratitude for you listening, for you being here every week with me. And even if you skip around, if it's something that resonates with you in that moment, that's what it's here for. I am just so excited to continue on to bring more incredible people. I have a few people in the works and just trying to figure out schedules, and that's how it goes. I really wanted to have an episode kind of dedicated to my health journey and what I do for my business. And I wanted that because I feel like it is such a big, huge part of me that I've dabbled into what I've done or what I do, little bits here and there. However, my story, I feel like, is so powerful with the company that I partner with just this resilience that I've had to experience over the last 8.5 years. And so I really want to give you my story in terms of my health journey, my business, why I started, which I know you guys have heard a little bit about, but why I've started, why I'm still here, what keeps me going, what keeps me, like, what type of vision do I see for this? Because honestly, that's what it's all about. It's about this huge vision that I see that this helps so many thousands of people, that if I can impact one person, that could impact another person, that could impact another person, like, that ripple effect is so incredible. So I wanted to kind of jump in with my story. And again, some of this you may have heard bits and pieces of it, but I want to give you the overview of, like, why I started where I was at and, like, how it all came about, because it was kind of crazy. Back in 2015, as you guys may know, I was battling cervical cancer and depression. I was overweight, very unhappy. It was like one of those things, and you tell me if this is something that you can relate to. It's like you have this big, huge smile on your face. However, your eyes are so sad, and if no one really looks into your eyes, they don't understand. That smile is just fake, and it's just a mask for what is truly going on inside. I was traveling basically once a month for a week, and I had done that for many, many years. And in the spring, I went and did my regular well woman checkup. I'm going to tell you that, kind of going back, I have been very adamant about doing my well woman checkup with my OB every year since I was 18 years old, because I had cancer at 18 and then again at 19. And then for many, many years until I was 32 years old, I didn't have that kind of diagnosis. So in 2015, I was 32 years old. I was going for my regular routine well woman checkup. And when the results come back, they come back with positive for abnormal cells. They had to do biopsy 2 weeks later. When that happened, I had to wait another few weeks for the results, which is that waiting game that is just so horrible. That was in, I want to say, end of March, beginning of April. By June 1st, it had progressed. That was between the pap smear results, biopsy results, scheduling surgery. By the time surgery happened on June 1st, like I said, it had already progressed. And so they were able to take it all out from surgery. I didn't have any treatment afterwards. It was just a follow-up appointment in 4 months from then. And so June, July, August, September, October. The beginning of October, I had my follow-up. Well, in the middle of all of that, right after my surgery on June 1st, that was start of the summer, and during the summer, because the kids are with their dad 1 week on, 1 week off at that time, I would travel for work 1 week on, 1 week off. So when the kids were with me, I would be here. When the kids were with their dad, I was traveling all week. It was just chaos. Chaos to the point that I probably traveled earlier than I should have. I started bleeding shortly after. I probably shouldn't have traveled down when I did. However, I did. In the interim of all that, I had been broken up with my long-term boyfriend. We were long distance. He was down in South Florida, where I would travel for work, and I was up in Orlando, and we had broken up because the long distance thing was just getting to us. And after the whole thing with the surgery and everything, when he found out, because we were still friends, but when he found out, we met up for dinner one night that I was down there, and he showered me with flowers and dinner and all this stuff, and we ended up getting back together. Well, that was just a crazy summer. So I have always wanted to go skydiving. I ended up booking a skydiving experience with him, and we went skydiving in the beginning of July. So I was just, you know what? Cancer came back. Are you kidding me? I just need to go do the things that I have stopped myself from doing. I just need to go do them. And so I did. It was like this silent depression or functioning depression. Not that I thought that doing the skydiving thing was reckless, because I wanted to do that since I was little, but I really feel like I was just not thinking clearly, and I felt like I was reckless with my feelings. I was reckless with how I was just dealing with life. And when I would be down there, I would be go, 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 no time for thinking. When I would come back home, I would be go, 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 no time for thinking. And I didn't allow myself to grieve the process of having cancer again, and the loss of whatever, a little bit more of my cervix, because that had not been the first time that I had done that surgery. And it just felt I was going so fast that I was functioning and everyone saw this beautiful smile on my face all the time. And I was always like the life of the party. And inside I felt like I was dying, literally. And so between medical bills, between my son's 10th birthday that I really wanted to celebrate, between daycare every other week that summer and back to school, I was like tapped out, maxed out, tapped out. Credit cards were like close to being maxed out. And I was just in this really weird state. It was like I was like putting myself in a hole. Just so crazy. Looking back now, it was just such a crazy time. So then in August of that year, I went to go put on my favorite pair of jeans, and all of a sudden, when it closed, I could barely breathe. And that was like my oh crap moment. That was the moment that I was like, no, 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 no longer is this going to happen. What can I do? And then I remembered 2 days before, I had gotten an email from, at that time was named Beachbody, and there was a new Shanti workout program that was dancing. And I had done T25 like years before, like in 2013, so 2 years before. And I loved him. I never was able to complete it because I traveled for work, so I couldn't just take DVDs with me to hotels and do my workouts from there. And so I was never consistent. I never stuck through it. I never finished that program fully. I never even finished the first phase of that program. And when I saw that this program was coming out, I was like, maybe I could give it another try. And it's dancing. And I love dancing. And maybe I could just bring my work laptop and the DVD will fit in there, or it'll have what I need. And it did. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to max out my credit card just to purchase this program. And I did. I maxed out my credit card, which it was definitely not the smartest move. However, it paid off in the end. And I'm so incredibly grateful that's what I did. August 15th, I ordered it. August 24th, like I had finally gotten everything. That was a Monday. I was going to start. I took my before pictures and I started. So August 24th, 2015 was my start date of my health journey. And I stuck through the nutrition aspect of it. And I did my workouts every day. That week, I was like, all right, in order for me to stay accountable, I'm going to post a sweaty selfie every day on Facebook, because that's the only way that I have to stay accountable to this journey. If someone doesn't know, then I'm going to quit on myself. I know me. And that was like my identity. I know me. I'm going to just quit on myself. If no one knows what I'm doing, then I won't stick to it. I posted every day on social media, and I was shocked with how many people were following what I was doing, wanted to know what I was doing. I was sending them to the website and commenting on how proud of me they were. And it was just such an awesome response. And this was every single day that first week that I started. It was always like sweaty selfie. I like beet red, and I woke up and I did it today. Something so simple. And people were like, what are you doing? I want to do what you're doing. And I was like, yeah, go. This is where I got it. Blah, blah, blah. Sending them elsewhere. We went to a birthday party that Saturday, and my friend comes up to me, Maria, oh my gosh, we've been watching you. You've been killing it. So proud of you. Why aren't you a coach? And I was like, what? I'm like, what are you even talking about? He's, with Beachbody, you can become a Beachbody coach. I told him, I can't even coach myself. How can I expect to have anyone listen to me? How can I coach anyone else if I can't coach myself? That was my thought process. And you're doing what you're inspiring people. You're telling them to go elsewhere. As a single mom, don't you think that would help you maybe with an additional income or whatever, and to stay accountable? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, however, like I don't have time for that. I don't have time for it. I'm a single mom of 3. You said it yourself. I travel for work. I'm busy, and like I wore busy like a badge of honor. And it definitely was not something to be so incredibly proud of. But at the time, that's what my life was. I was traveling for work, and it was from sun up to sundown. I was just crazy all the time. And so I dismissed him, but he planted that seed. I was like, what is he even talking about? And so that next day, Sunday, was my day 7, and I decided that I was going to post a video. And in that video, I did the first routine. It was a dance workout. So I did the first routine, and I had improved so much. I wasn't perfect by any means, but I had improved so much. A little thing about me, I have so much rhythm. I don't know if you could tell. I have so much rhythm, but I have such little coordination. That is just not my strong suit. And it took me the whole week to even understand like what leg goes where and what am I doing with what. But I felt good enough to post a video. And it was like so outside my comfort zone. I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck am I doing? I was like, this is my first week's routine. I'm done with week 1. I'm so excited for week 2. I get a ton of comments again, and everyone was super encouraging, so inspired by what I was doing. And they were like, that looks like so much fun. And it was like 11:30 at night, and my friend commented on my video, and it says, "Go get it, coach. You hold the potential to ignite the flame within others. And it's a special flame only certain people hold. Take the chances that will not only better your life, but others as well. Go get them." And right before midnight that night, I saw them comment, and I was like, "Aw, thank you." And I was like, "I will definitely do that." So I went and signed up to become a coach with this company. And I didn't know what the heck that even meant. I didn't know anything about it other than my friend believed in me enough to give me the suggestion that I should do this with no knowledge of anything. And so he replies back, "You hold a special gift, and sometimes you need others to give you the nudge to take that leap you know you were meant for." And then I responded back right after midnight, and I said, "Just became a Beachbody coach. Thanks for the push." And he says, "Look forward to seeing your success." This was in 2015. I signed up officially as a Beachbody coach August 31st, 2015. And it was thanks to a friend that believed in me and had nothing to do with Beachbody. He just knew that I had the potential to help people. And it makes me kind of emotional because I know what that feels like now. And I see that in the people that I get to help. I show up in my upline's back office, and she messages me the next day, or that same day, because it was like after midnight. She messages me and she's, "Who are you? You just appeared in my office. I don't even know who you are. I never invited you. So who are you? And how did this even happen?" So we set up a call, and she gave me a quick onboarding, and this is what you like. I was like, "Oh, I get a discount? How awesome. Oh, I get to earn commission? How cool." Again, I didn't know anything. I signed up to do this because I felt inspired to help other people with my journey, because I saw that other people were interested in what I was doing. And I was like, is that even a thing? Is this even going to go anywhere? I remember when we sat down and we had our one-on-one, she was like, "Your goal in order to get your supplement covered," which at the time was what I call my sexy mama shake, which is Shakeology, which is amazing. And I researched that beforehand because I was like, I already had cancer. I don't need anything additional to harm my body any more than it already has gone through. So I researched all of that, and she was like, well, if you help at least 3 people every month, you have that at least covered. And I'm like, really? Really? And I get a discount on it? What? How cool. I was giddy. I was like, no way. This is helping me so much. I feel so much better. I have so much more energy. And I have only been doing this for a week. So how cool is it that like this is what's happening in a week of me starting this journey? And went from there. Within the week, I already hit my first rank. Every month for the first 3 months, I helped at least 3 people. It covered my shake. I became what we call a success starter. And I got a free ticket to the convention for the following year. And it was just like one thing after the next. Well, in October was my follow-up appointment. And at this point, my upline coach had put me into her accountability group. So I had now an accountability group. I still posted online. And I just felt like I was a part of this community of people I had never met. I didn't even know who they were. They were from all over the country. There was people from in California. There was people like, I think in North Carolina. There was just people from all over the place. And I'm in Florida. And so I started to check into this group, and every day you would see all these women checking in. And I was like, this is just so cool. You get to support each other. You get to cheer each other on. You get to feel like if you don't show up, you're letting somebody else down. And so it motivates me at least to keep showing up. And so I would show up every day, and every day I just saw myself transform. As partners with this company, we have vital behaviors that we practice. Of course, we're the proof the product works. We do the workout programs. We drink the supplement, and we follow the nutrition plans and so forth. But one of the really big things that we focus on as a entrepreneur now with our company is personal growth, personal development. And so I started listening to books. I had not listened to books in I don't know how long. I had not read books in I don't know how long. And when I had read, it wasn't anything that had to do with personal growth at all. And the first book that I listened to was The Compound Effect. And I was like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever. And then it was A Slight Edge, and books started being a part of my life. Like my commute to and from work and taking the kids to school and all of this was listening to books. And it was just the coolest thing. I traveled for work once a month for a week, and my commute from my home all the way down to South Florida was 4.5 hours. I would listen to books, and I would feel like, oh my gosh, my brain is changing. I just feel so alive. My mindset started changing, and things started evolving, and all amazing things. So come October, I go in for another pap smear at the beginning of the month, and October 15th, I had a crazy busy day. My daughter had a 4-hour test that she needed to do in the hospital, and that 4-hour test took 6 hours. Then I had to go pick up my son because we had another appointment, and we had a car accident that day. And that day, the doctor told me, my OB, I had a follow-up appointment for my results, and he told me that the cancer was back. Talk about like when it rains, it pours. It was just all the same day. It was so crazy. I just remember getting home, and I just felt like the weight of the world landed on me. It was such a hard day, I remember. And I messaged my upline, and I was like, look, I don't even know if I can handle this. I don't know if I can continue to do this. I don't know what to do. And she was like, no, Maria, this is exactly what you need. This is what's going to help you. We're going to make sure that you check in. Those ladies made sure that I checked in every single day. And I had a big decision to make. I was told that there was a few choices that I had. I either had to do another surgery just like I did in June, which would be taking off a little bit of the cervix, which is called a leap. I could do that, or what he was recommending was a hysterectomy, a full hysterectomy. So he was going to try to save the only ovary that I had left. And that was what he was leaning towards more, because this was my fourth time in my life that I had cervical cancer and had a big decision to make, one that I couldn't make immediately. As simple as it may sound, a hysterectomy was just not ideal. I was 32 years old. I had an up and coming almost teenager. I was a little nervous as to how I was going to go through menopause at the same time as she was going through her puberty and teenage years. And I was really scared. On my mom's side, we have a history of osteoporosis. So those were just things that I was nervous about. I wasn't sure about. I didn't want to take any hormones. So would that be even something that I could handle? It was just a lot. It felt, again, the weight of the world was on my shoulders and I didn't know what to do. I ended up taking a week, and I had a business trip that next week, and I went and did my business trip. And I remember sitting on the beach in Miami in front of the Eden Rock Hotel, watching the sunrise, and just knowing that I wanted to see more sunrises, that I wasn't done with life, that I couldn't fathom not being there for my kids, that I needed to do whatever it took to be okay and be there for my family and watch my kids grow up and see them get older and get married and have children. And I was just not ready for my life to be over. So I decided to call my doctor that morning and told him I'm going to go ahead and do the surgery. We scheduled it out December 9th of 2015. So this was middle of October. I went balls to the wall with my journey. I said, my goal is to be under 150 pounds by December 9th, by my surgery date. And I went all in. I started doing 21-day fix. And I was, for the first time ever, enjoying weight training. I was like, who the heck am I? I started with 5s and 8s. That's what I had. And I worked myself through that. And I was enjoying this. And I was like, who am I? And I was really into making sure that I was eating the things that I needed to eat, that I was drinking my superfood shake, that I was just putting in between my ears anything that was positive, that was motivating, that was just growing my mind. And I was surrounding myself with incredible people. And I was helping people with my journey. And so a culmination of all of that, and just so many people that were praying for me and my family, and just there to support me and send me all of the healing energy. I went into surgery at 149.6 pounds, so under 150. It was a week before my birthday, and I went into full-blown menopause at 32 years old before I turned 33. It was kind of crazy. So, long story short, a week later, I went back for my pathology report, and the doctor sat me down, and this was on my birthday. The doctor sat me down and he was like, I don't know what to tell you, Maria. I was like, oh my God. Like, the first thing is, what do you mean you don't know what to tell me? And he goes, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. There was no signs of cancer in your full pathology report. And I was like, what? Nothing? And so two things came out immediately. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. It was just the most excited reaction. And at the same time, I was like, what the crap? I'm going through menopause now and there was no reason for it. What? Both things happen in my brain. And I could either focus on what I was losing or everything that I had gained. And I chose to focus on everything that I had gained. And it was the most, I couldn't work out for about 8 weeks after that. I went through some really tough times, found out that right before I was able to start working out again, so about 6 weeks in, my boyfriend came up to visit us and I found out that he was cheating on me, which, I guess long distance is just not always fun, but it really opened my eyes to so many things. And I've grown so much from those experiences. And I can't say that I am not incredibly grateful for every single bit of it, the cancer, because if it wasn't for the cancer, I would have never started my health journey ever. If it wasn't for going through the hysterectomy, I wouldn't have pushed past all of those things that I had to push past in that time period before my surgery to get to those goals. And if it wasn't because he cheated, I would have never valued so heavily my own self-love and learning how to respect myself and love myself. And it took time. It wasn't something that happened immediately. However, I then continued to help people, and it became this like ripple effect of I was helping people and they were helping people. And with my own journey, I started to heal so many different things of my own life. And I helped other people. And with helping other people, I started to heal even more of things that were needing to heal within myself. And it has been such an incredible journey. That's how I started, why I'm still here. I have built the best community. These women mean the absolute world to me. I have loved seeing them grow. I have loved seeing the transformation of belief in themselves, because that's what I had it to do for myself. And it's been so incredibly rewarding to see that in other people, to see that because you were insistent and you invited them 6 million times, they've made a difference in their life. One of my customers, I live in Florida, she lives in Alaska, and I probably asked her every month for, I want to say maybe 9 months. And I've gone back and checked, oh, I invited you and you told me no. I invited you and you told me no. And this woman ended up losing almost 100 pounds. That's life-changing. That isn't just anything. That's life-changing. That's leaving a legacy for her family. That's being able to find confidence in something that in yourself, something that you've always wanted and didn't know how to obtain. That's finding that confidence. It's just been such a rewarding journey. In 2017, I was let go from my 11-year career and they did a merge. I was the first one to be let go from that company, and it was heartbreaking, and it was
a huge hit to my ego and my identity, my whole adult life. That was the career that I had built. And I had an amazing reputation, an amazing career. And it all went away. And I decided at that point that I was going to go all in with my health business. And it has been a roller coaster. If I'm not going to say that it's always been rainbows and sunshines, because it hasn't, because my life isn't rainbows and sunshines. There's been some really tough moments. There's been some crazy, amazing moments. It's taken so much hard work. This is definitely not, you're just going to sit there and make money off of no work. No, it takes hard work, diligence, it takes grit, it takes wanting to stick through the ups and the downs. It has been that. However, what's kept me going is not only the belief and the knowing deep inside that my journey has a greater purpose. And with my journey, I know, I feel it so deep in my heart and so deep in my gut that I know that my journey isn't just for me, that I haven't gone through everything that I have gone through for just me going through it. It has a greater purpose. And I know that this is the vehicle that I can help so many women that know in their heart that they are meant for something so much bigger. They know that there's something that's missing. And I know that this was what I found in this business and this health journey. I found that missing piece. And it has helped me grow into someone that will all of a sudden think that she can make a podcast happen and make it happen. It's breathed belief in me that I didn't even know that I had in myself. It's breathed belief in other people that I have invited and had the absolute pleasure of working with over the years, and seeing them grow and seeing them make changes in their life and seeing them change other people's lives. That is just the most rewarding feeling ever. And that keeps me going. That keeps me here. I wholeheartedly believe that this company and the programs and the supplements and the community saved my life. The culmination of all of it saved my life. And I feel this immense gratitude for when they came into my life, because I don't know if I would have been here. I don't know if my mindset would have been in a place where I could handle dealing with cancer again. And that's second diagnosis that year. If it was anywhere near the darkness that I felt in the summer before I started this journey, I don't know if I would have been able to handle it. And I was there, very present, and I was working on myself and working on my mindset and making the changes that I needed to make for this life that I've been able to live 8 years later. I'm still here. And so if that is something that you feel is missing, whether it's you're on a health journey and you need the community aspect and or the tools, this is something that with my whole heart I believe in. And the community that I've been able to create with my whole heart, I believe in. And the business that I've been able to create with my whole heart, I believe in. And I'm just so incredibly grateful that the vision that I have is that we are thousands of women on this team helping thousands upon thousands of women worldwide. make a difference for themselves, learn how to put their oxygen mask on first, know that they are number one priority is them, so that they could be the best that they can be for their loved ones. And I think that is something that is so incredibly important to be able to empower each other and truly make a difference for someone else in their life, and truly be the catalyst of change for someone else's life. I'm looking to empower moms and ambitious women, because yes, my lovely women, we can be ambitious, to shatter that guilt that we feel when we feel like, but I can't be first. My kids have to be first, or my spouse has to be first, or my parents have to be first. No, number one is us, because if we don't take care of us, who is going to take care of us? It's our job. It's our job. And so I really, truly want to shatter that guilt and teach others to prioritize themselves and really rediscover that unique identity, that unique you that just is meant to live an abundant life. And that's why, that's my mission. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to help people with. And so if that is something that you feel speaks to you, let's chat some more. I'm here to help. I'm here to guide and to mentor. And honestly, it's just one of my favorite things to do, is to be able to help others see what can change in their life and how amazing it is to learn that oxygen mask goes on first. It is so powerful. It is so incredibly powerful. I love this business because I feel like this changed my life. The products, the workouts, the tools, everything, it changed my life. And now we partnered with the top personal development teacher and mentor, Brendan Burchard, and we're able to offer his personal growth app, which is what I start my days with, which is fire every single morning. And it's powerful. I get to learn from some really top leaders in that industry of personal growth. And I get to continue to evolve, and I continue to change, and I get to continue to help others do the same. And that is just so powerful. So, so powerful. If that resonates with you in any way, I'm here. I'm here to help. Let's chat some more. I'll link in here in the show notes my form so that you can go in there and fill that out if you have any questions, or reach out to me on social media. I'm always available there as well. But yeah, I hope that this helps kind of give you a little insight on my journey and my story, and I hope it resonated with you in some way. And I just want to thank you again. We're at episode 20. Thank you so much for joining this far into my podcasting journey. Again, I don't think I would have ever had the guts to do something like this if it weren't for what I've learned doing this business and in the personal growth journey that I've had as well. So thank you so much for listening or watching, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out. Love your life. Bye.